Is it working? Oh, it is working. Okay, maybe it's working. Oh man. Hi everyone. Oh, it's out of focus. Everything's so bad. Oh, okay, there we go. It's eventually working. All right. So I don't know how this is gonna work. We'll see how the stream is. That looks really low quality. Okay, here's the real test though. Let's try the desktop. But welcome everybody. And that needs to be switched over as well. So let's see here. Uh, yeah, it's a little crazy today. What's the Wi-Fi password? Yeah, let me just tell you that right here. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, we have a desktop. This is good. Can you all hear me still? I should be able to hear me still. And this, add video capture, add existing webcam. Yeah, so like the last couple weeks, every time I stream, I'm basically redoing the setup. It's well, when I went to did live CTF at DEF CON, okay, so here's the question though. Is this at all readable? Because the main thing I'm worried about, also like I upgraded every piece of hardware, or software. So we've got like a new OS in our VM, which you can see is literally finishing up. We've got the streaming software is new, which broke that plugin. We got okay, sound is good. This is good. Yeah, and I fiddle with just levels. But hello everybody, Amy, Valgrind, JC, welcome to everyone. It's good to see y'all. I have a really exciting topic. I just have very little time tonight to do it because we've got some dinner plans with friends. So I really wanted this to be up and going earlier, but oh yeah, like we're doing it live. It is all kinds of I don't know. I just didn't get in early enough. So it's what it is. Yeah, I think this is visible, but apparently this OBS needs a new video driver to support the NVENC. Can I solve a CTF? No, it's supposed to ask me jailbreak ETA when. That's the real question. Um, okay, so in this text actually will not be what we're gonna be doing. So let's let Binary Ninja update as well. While we're doing that, we'll grab the latest Binary Ninja dev. But I have a pretty good I have a kind of exciting. I think it'll be exciting. It'll be fun. Oh, I have no idea if this is going to work too while in the middle of a dist upgrade. So this is also living on the edge here. So let's kick off an update. We'll spin up Binja. I literally was like pulling like a capture card out of like my backpack and throwing it in here because like half the equipment is all messed up, but it's all good. It's good to see everyone. Um, so the latest we're gonna get the latest Binja on here, and then I have two plugins that I kind of want to play with. So I've been thinking a lot about like code search lately. And so the topic of today is going to be like binary code search using like things like Wegley and SemGrep and CodeQL, but using them on binaries or on decompilers. And there's definitely, and this is not like a new thing, but I'm going to show off a couple of the things that I have been doing lately on that. So that's the plan, and we'll see if my VM comes back up after this dist upgrade finishes. If it's gonna work well. But in the meantime, like that. So let's okay. Oh, that's right. Restarted. All right. So let's go to. Actually, let's just get clone. I've got a fork of Wegley. I'm curious, how many people have actually used Wegley before? Um, because this is the first time I kind of played with it, and it's not in the plugin manager yet. We've got a couple more. It's working with. Uh, there's a way to move this thing. I don't remember how, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Let's just make the prompt be blower. Uh, dev Wegley. Didn't I clone it there? Oh, no, I didn't. I put it in the root of the drive. Move Wegley. Oh. Ah. What could go wrong? Yeah. All right, let's do it. This is going to break horribly, isn't it? Um, Wegley. Oh, did my terminal break? Dev Wegley. Oh, I don't have a dev folder. Oh, that no wonder that wasn't working. All right, let's let move dev Wegley mkdir dev move Wegley into dev. Okay, so first we're gonna play with this, and then if we have time, we'll talk more about. Um, okay, cool. Yeah. So then this will be fun. I think this will be interesting to look at. But like the concept is, I don't know. I just really want this structure to match my other machine, so that's why I'm doing that. Dev Wegley Binja Wegley, and we're gonna link that. And then if we just restart Binja, this should be the latest version of Wegley. But first, we have to install some dependencies. So pip 3. I don't remember which one is Python-m pip install ANSI2 HTML. Right. Yeah. No. In the middle of the upgrade, that's going to break horribly. So that's not going to work. We'll wait until the package installs are done, and then we'll finish that. So, Wegley itself, though, we can go grab. So can we run a browser? Let's see if we can get a browser, or if that's going to wait until reboot too. Hey, we got a browser. So yeah. So like the idea behind all this stuff is that a large portion of what you want to do as a vulnerability researcher or as a reverse engineer when you've got a binary is ask questions about a binary. Like you want to know, does this binary have a function that calls another function where the first function doesn't check the value of something? And like you want to be able to like model things about the binary and then ask it, write a query. And so right now, most of the tools for binaries on that front are just code. You write Python, you write C or Rust or whatever like your language is, or you write a tool, you build on top of Binary Ninja or Ghidra, IDA, but like you would just write it using the API. There's a couple of things that people have, I mean, okay, that's fine. Before we do this, let's talk about Wegley's. So the idea behind Wegley is, actually I wanted this to be here. The idea behind Wegley is that you have the ability to write queries and it will search code bases. So it's a source code scanning tool. And you can see things like it wants to know, do we ever call memcopy where the destination buffer is a stack buffer, right? Like that's a useful thing to know. Same thing with like a strcpy, that might also be interesting. Or anytime you have these like potentially vulnerable, but also just things you want to model, questions you want to ask. Hey Fox, welcome. We're doing some stuff with Wegley and with binary and source code query kind of tools. Yeah, Snap is like what, man. Although I did actually use it ironically earlier at the kids. I just came straight from. Part of why I was late to this is because my kids' middle high school it's like a combined school, has a CTF club now, which is super cool. But one of the kids' machines, I just used Snap to install something on it. But everything about Snap is otherwise terrible. So Wegley lets you write these queries, and then you give it a source code base. And there's a bunch of different things that do this. I've shown on stream when I've been working with SemGrep before, which is also very similar to Wegley and has a commercial tool behind it and supports some really nice CI integration. SemGrep started more on like the web stack, Python, Node kind of languages, and that's where a lot of their stuff started. In fact, you can see it's Python is the examples that they're using here. But they also now have C++ and C rules. In fact, I think under the registry, I want to be there is where I wanted to be. On the registry. Yeah, they have a whole bunch of different rules, and they're rolling out rules for C++. So one of the things I've been working on stream is a better, that page isn't loaded. There we go, loaded that time. Yeah, there we go. So you can see all the languages they have support for. And actually, I do have an updated version of the SemGrep plugin. I need to finish publishing it, but you can see like their CI. I don't need to use it. Yeah, 86 rules in the CI for just C. Go to fail. That's funny. So we can look at and the nice thing about their like infrastructure is really nice for stuff. So you can write these rules in like this. Is it actually YAML or is it just YAML like? I think it's actually YAML. You write your rules And then you can test it and you can run it. Be like, does that rule trigger? Does it succeed? But yeah, let's go ahead and kill Firefox and tell Snap to go ahead and try to upgrade Firefox, and we'll see if we get a working browser. If not, we're doing it on the host. Yeah, Snap, Flatpaks, all that. Yeah, it's I don't know why. It's pretty annoying. Okay, so Snap says it installed. Oh yeah, there we go. Snap's installed. Wait, why is 4 even still a window then if Snap's done? I don't know. All right, so what I need to do is I need to install Wegley. I'm trying to remember how I think. Did I install it via app? No, I think I just, well, okay, now it's, you know what, now I'm going to bring up my host's browser and bring it over here because there's almost no chance Firefox works. And I just want to see. So let's bring up Wegley. That's awesome. Wegley, I guess, means bread or as some type of pastry. Install for Wegley. Oh, and there's like a little REPL for it too, which is actually kind of cute. In one of the PRs you can play with, which actually looked kind of fun. Okay, so I don't think that is optional for us. I do think we have to install Rust. We might actually still have Rust installed though. HTTPS. I love these, like, please just run this thing from the internet. It's fine, trust us. .sh. What could go wrong? And doing that in the middle of a snap install, like I am living on the so I mean maximize that again. Okay. Rust was not found. sh.rustup.sh. Did I type the URL wrong? Or are they wrong on there? So let's try this again. I mean, that looks like the right. Oh, is networking broken in the VM? Maybe. It's possible. Okay, so it's trying to download a file. Like that should. Wrong URL. Curl sh.rustup.sh. Oh. Is curl not following redirects? Also, that's amazing. Does it really? Tell me it. Okay, hold on. I know I'm getting nerd sniped here a little bit, but like, really? Like, is this actually the normal behavior? They redirect to a non-HTTPS URL? And what does this one do? Is this where the shell script actually comes? No. I typed the wrong URL. I just can't see it now. Okay, so I mean, hold on. wget does this sanely. But like I'm still blown away that like what? It is a 403 forbidden. What is going on? I don't think the Rust install stuff is right at all. I think Rust is like that doesn't work. Hold on. Did this actually download something? I know my host, so sure. What did it download? Oh yeah, rustup init.sh. Okay, so that's a thing, and it downloaded it. I'll copy that into my VM. Rustup init. I remember my stream. Okay, hey. All right, well that might work. We'll find out. Oh, I feel like Snap is waiting on something. Waiting for automatic snapd restart. Yeah, like snapd is like doing something terrible. And I don't think it's gonna be bad for me to like, I mean, it's definitely gonna be like not great, but like one of these has to go. So what is the last process on snapd? And do I, what was the one with Perl? Which one was that? Snapd install fire. Maybe it's just doing a thing. All right, I mean, snapd says it's going, installing Firefox, I guess, right? I'm just worried it's like waiting for input from me on installing Firefox. But now I should have Rust up. I can do that in the background. And let's see what that does in the middle of my install. This is going to be fun. Fox. Oh, is this the Crazy Bomb stream? No. No, it's not. Not this time. I just think it's going to be fun like 5 years from now when I actually do a Crazy Bomb stream. Proceed with default? Yeah, go for it. I bet you the Rust installer is more reliable and finishes before snapd can just install Firefox, even though it's doing an entire tool chain. We shall see. So yeah, the thing about there's a bunch of interesting like gotchas that I've been coming across as I look into like the oh yeah, look. Oh, I need to do this. That's just the current one. Is it actually gonna do if I do another one? Which Rust? No, I do have to add. So. Oh no, it does say, look, it's just trying to source that. cd.cargo. Which Rust? Oh, Rust C. Yeah, right. I'm okay. Listen, I know it's been a while. I know we're over 2 years at this point exactly. It's been a while. But I also did do the first stage. So in my defense, I think I've had a couple of streams where I actually poked at it. Okay. Yeah, Rust C is the name of the compiler. Thanks. I should remember that. But okay, so that was, and then what else do we need for Wegley? Rust C, and then we're just gonna get clone it. All right, let's see if this actually works. Fun fact, it's copy paste stuff is not working. Okay, git clone hsgithub.com, Google security. What was it? Google Project Zero. Project Zero Wegley. Move Wegley into dev. Wait, I already did this. I already copied my fork. Duh. I didn't need to clone it again. I just showed my age too. Who says duh? Cargo build dash release. Cargo build dash release. So we'll see. Again, I think like snapd is going to try to spend the entire time installing Firefox, and we're literally just going to be done with Wegley, Rust, everything else at the same time. In Oslo, that's super fun. I went to Oslo for the first time just a couple months ago. Had a fantastic vacation there. So it's a very cool city. It's one of my favorite cities now, actually. I really, really enjoyed it. Although in November sounds a little bit braver. I think the emoji you're looking for is the snowflake one, because it's gonna be a little chilly maybe. But yeah, that's very cool. Yeah, let me know how that goes. Okay. So let's see. Now we're waiting in a race between those two. So let's look at our queries. I still think I think when I hit OK or something with my window manager on that snap, the fact that window 4 doesn't go away, by the way, it's like if I go to 5. Yeah, normally windows go away automatically. There's something running on this window I can't see. Like, because when I can use a hotkey to send it to 3, and then I go to 3 and it's still there, and I go to 4 and 3 stays there. But if I make if I make a new window here, go back to 3, go to 4, and if I exit this window and then go to 3, 4 goes away. So there's literally an invisible window running, and it's the Snapd window. I'm sure of it. But I don't remember. There's a way to there's a way to focus all of the. Oh, that's the dialog I always hit the wrong hotkey for. There's a way to. I have all these windows now I can't close. I'm pretty convinced Snapd is like waiting on input, and I don't know how to send it. Okay, Control Q killed that one. Control Q, escape. Like if I knew which was just the UI, I could probably just. Oh wait, nope. Still waiting for automatic Snapd restart. Yeah, from 7 minutes ago, right? It's Snapd's not actually doing something. Like it's. And cargo is super slow. Why is the crate to Nix going so slow? Well. All right, so I'm gonna go back and look at what we're gonna be doing with, or well, let's look at the plugin. So this is what I was working on earlier today. So right now it's just a fork. I'm gonna submit it upstream, but there's a Binja plugin that blanking on his name now. Plonk, who's in the Binary Ninja Slack, submitted as a PR to Wegley several months ago, or maybe last year. I think at this point it's been a little while, and it was just kind of like a basic, almost like proof of concept. And I just kind of started hacking on it because I want to make it a little bit more usable. More usable. Yeah, more usable is right grammar. GitHub's running a little slow. I think our network's just running a little slow as a result of either Snap or let me just try this. Kill all Snap. I think that's gonna make it better. Either that or it's gonna break it, right? Sudo kill. Yeah, like this feels like a perfectly reasonable, safe thing to do on stream, right? Oh no, you couldn't fail the. Oh well, yeah. Continue with your update. Yeah, see, now that's what I expected. Okay. And also, if I do this, will I get a different mirror? In my defense, of all the crazy things that I'm doing, and I should have. Yeah. Oh, which by the way, Amy, that reminds me, we actually made a change recently on our internal CI that was kind of nice. Somebody pointed out that Jenkins has an option to be like, just do a shallow clone, because we were doing the same thing. So our internal CI was pulling our entire Git history every time we did a build, and like, there's no point. The whole point of our CI is to grab the latest and try to build it. Literally doesn't do anything with Git history or any of the old snapshots. So, yeah, I think we're okay. Killing just Snap fixed whatever Ghost UI thing was hung. So I think this is actually going to continue. The only question is it going to break something horribly that Cargo is trying to do? Oh no, Cargo is just trying to get the index fetch right now. So yeah, after the update finishes, then I can restart, then I can redo the Cargo stuff, and I think we'll probably be fine. But yeah, so back to Wegley. The idea is this plugin is basically going to, like, I kind of want to like talk folks through like what the plugin does. I didn't change the overall structure. I just changed the reporting and the output a little bit, and did like fun things like match theme colors and whatnot. But I mean, you see, there's not a whole lot to it. Essentially, you write your query, and then you ask Wegley, based on this query, what functions do I even need to care about or look at? So for example, the test string that I was using, actually, yeah, Sublime Text. Oh, this is funny. I have old Hackasat3 script stuff. Anyway, so the old script, the query I was doing was literally just malloc, like, show me all of the mallocs. So this is Wegley's script for show me malloc with any arguments. I don't know if this is actually any or a single argument. I assume single. And you have to put in braces, it turns out. Originally, there is a bug where you don't actually have to do the semicolon and the braces. in the command line tool, it does a little bit of normalization for you, but the Python APIs don't do that. And so it's, I don't know if it's a bug or just a sort of rough edge on the API, but I've worked around that by the plugin now. We'll just do a really naive check and add them if it doesn't see them. So I was just doing the search, like literally show me all the calls to malloc in the entire binary. Hey, Duncan, welcome. And yes, depth1 is so good for shallow clones and doing quick builds for CI. So if you want to write a query for a single function, you could just do this. And so this is like the string that I was using. And then I would just open up any random binary and be like, show me all the calls to malloc, and have Wegley generate a report. There's a little bit of like the way that Wegley works is, I don't know why I had that one even up. There's a little bit of weirdness. Oh, if I move my mouse cursor too high, we're gonna get that. With Wegley's Python API, which is actually going through Rust, where it doesn't actually expose the oh look, Cargo is still going. I don't know who's gonna win, Cargo or Ubuntu. It doesn't actually expose all the results of its matching. It just gives you like a display function, which will give you all of the functions that had something that matched your stuff, and then they'll give you like a rendered output that uses ANSI color codes to show you where the matches were, which is not great from an API perspective, right? Like what I want to be able to do is to say, give me the lines that matched this query, and then I'm going to go annotate them back into the binary somehow. And usually that would be done via the virtual address. And so I can kind of hack around that because the idea is that I would add a comment, and this is actually something I've done in other tools as well. I think I did this in my latest SemGret plugin, where when I ask Binary Ninja to decompile something, right, and I usually do that with the actually, do I have it in the snippet editor? I think I might even have it in here. Actually, I can just update this, like run this. Yes, please update all my examples. In here, one of these is sudo c. One of these is like just an example to dump out sudo c. Yeah, there it is, sudo c. Probably should have looked under that first. And the idea is that if I modify this, and at this point, actually, yeah, that's a good example. Let's run this. It just prints it currently. So get in the log window. That's the plugin. Let's dump main. Yeah, main should be fine. So let's actually dump sudo c of main. So if we run that, it should. It did not. What am I doing wrong? Snippet editor. I know this works because this is actually what the Wegley plugin is based on. I wonder if analysis was, no, analysis still running would be totally fine. So this is supposed to just print out for the current function, right? This function, please. Sudo c. Why? Oh. Is it, that shouldn't matter. Okay, well, that's not quite what I wanted there. Now I've got a character per line somehow. Okay, well, let's find a smaller function first of all. Sure, this function, that looks good. And let's run sudo c output on that. Oh, let's clear the log. Let's also, I keep trying to command P. What's that function? I liked that function before. No, give me a small one. Sure, this one will do. Array disclose elements. So let's look at that in sudo c. Array disclose element, control P, snippet editor. I wonder if, oh, yeah, it's a string, it's not an array. Has somebody pointed it out in chat yet? Thank you, Mizu. You beat me to it, especially with stream delay. Yeah, I'm a little slow. Right. I don't know why. I apparently changed part of the parent, so parentheses source BV current function. I should read my own code. Right. That's okay. That's it. So, all I need to do is in the body of the function, if I just add in the for lines and lines and body, yeah, I should be able to do plus get next disassembly lines. I think there's a line.address. Let's try that. Plus, actually, let's do this whole thing as an f string. So we've got the string line itself. We've got a C style comment of the hex of line.address. We'll try that. I don't remember exactly it's address or probably address. And then a new line. Yeah, so let's see what happens when we run that. No, it does not have an address. Address. All right, I'll actually have to look at the docs. Get next linear disassembly lines returns. API.binary.ninja. Get next disassembly. I think there's even actually a newer way. I think there's even a newer way to dump the pseudo C that's a little bit easier. I think I typoed that. It was get next linear disassembly. Get next linear. So this is going to return a list of linear disassembly lines, which that's not helpful. Line type, line function, line block, line contents. Interesting. So line contents. Actually, I think I did this on my SemGraph plugin, so let me double check that. Yeah. Oh, line.contents.address. Okay, I actually was really close. And yes, I did do this already on the other one. All right, so add line contents.address. Yeah, there we go, except I didn't end my quote, which is the whole point of doing it in an f string. There we go. So, right, the advantage of this is that now I've got the outputs. It's kind of a little noisy to read. We could probably do some smarter formatting and put it at like a fixed offset. But the nice thing is I can just click that to navigate to that address, right? So if my plugin does some analysis, figures out what it's doing, and then I print it out to the console, well, that's a clickable like offset, which I can navigate right to, which is kind of nice. So let's see. Oh, it's still going. Still going. Actually, I think we're gonna. Although, hold on. Did Wegley may have finished though. Target Wegley. Target bin Wegley. Name. Target release. All right, Wiggly. So installed. Let's cargo install. Can I do -- user? No. Use cargo install to install the bunch of the current working directory is no longer supported. Use cargo install -- path. Do I have to specify? I would like Wiggly to be my path, please. Actually, I need to look at the plugin. I don't remember how that works. I should go in the right folder this time. Oh, I did actually. I thought I linked it. Dev Wegley Binja Wegley. Okay, Binja Wegley. Where does it find Wegley, and does it call system on it? Oh no, that's right. Oh, that's right. That's right. It does. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so what you have to do is you actually have to python-m pip. No, python setup.py install dash user. Let's see if this one does it. Yep. So pip3 install setup tools rust. Oh, that's another one that needs to be on the requirements list, which I'm gonna ping Carl about. Setup tools rust. All right, before I forget. Okay, and now if we do the user install, okay, there we go. It's actually kind of not bad. So the oh, that's not good. No space left on device. Yeah, that's oh, I didn't want to do that at all, did I? No, I definitely did not. Well, now we're gonna be reinstalling Binary Ninja. um, do I have a Binja install here? BRB while I go grab a Binja install and put it back in the box. But hey, you know what? I made room on the machine probably. So hopefully, because yeah, running out of space during the install is going to be not great. It's only a 20 gig partition. All right, so let's see. First of all, that should work now. And then I'm going to go grab Binja out of this machine and see, where do I have any recent Binja install? The nice thing is I just need any version, which is kind of nice. Yeah, I missed missing hyphen there before I RM stuff. Sudo apt auto remove. That's a great suggestion. Except sudo won't run because of the dist upgrades already blocking, I bet. But unzip binary ninja Linux zip. Actually, let's do that. Let's move it into binary ninja Linux. Let's move it to the download folder. And we'll just let Binja update itself. Oh yeah, I'm sure this is a super old version and everything will be off, but it doesn't really matter. We can get latest dev real fast. So, you know what? I'm gonna try it though. Let's just see. Wait. Oh, that was a UI that was blocking the update down there. I missed that. That was why it was hung there. On the upside, let me clean up room first. Apps auto remove. Yeah, okay, it's gonna wait until it can get a lock, but that's fine. I think that hopefully gives us enough room. If we need more than another gig to finish the install, that would be unfortunate. Honestly, cargo also eats up a lot of space. Stuff's happening. Binja's running. Binja's updating. I'm honestly amazed that things are generally working, despite how badly I've been treating my system. So let's see how this goes. All right, so and we've got Wegley is built installed. Here's the real test though. Python 3 import Wegley. Rip. Undefined symbol trees. This is what I think Carl did this bug too. Although again, I doing this in the middle of an update, like is I could easily we're gonna reboot this box because the kernel is just about done. And Binja is just done too. What good timing. So we'll let Binja finish, we'll reboot, and we'll see if it comes up. Oof, could not install. Oh, I think that's just because I killed Snap. I hope that's because I killed Snap. That's fine. I understand. I understand. Sudo apt auto remove. Sudo apt dash s fix dash broken install. Oh, this is the Firefox. Okay. I mean, honestly, this maybe. All right. Okay. Auto remove is going. Binja's updated. Okay. Pip install pigments. It's just a new version of Python that needed a bunch of stuff, I bet. Fun tip. I don't know if y'all have noticed this, but oh. And C2 HTML. Install that one. I don't know if you all have noticed this, but there is a restart Binja and reopen files option now, and this is super nice. Oh, that's a good point. I should have just done upgrade on the command line. Yep, I agree. So I currently bind my hotkeys now. So I actually have Control R to bound to here as my personal hotkey because I use that a fair amount, and being able to like restart and reopen. Except, yeah, there we go. Yeah, I find that really helpful. So more importantly, like if I had a binary open here, right? And you'll notice that we still got that wiggly error, but I think we're gonna try to reinstall after we reboot. But I mean, ironically, Binja came up in our like sort of not yet upgraded. Let's reboot. Let's see what happens. So this was a watch Jordan set up the box stream. To be fair, actually, most of the stuff I was gonna have to still do. Like I was still gonna have to build Wegley, get it up going. So only some of this is a problem of my own fault or my own devising. That's the word I'm looking for. All right, well, our background's messed up, but that's fine. We can fix that later. There's like a hotkey and you hold it. Yeah, I don't remember. I'll fix it later. Oh, so we're gonna cd dev, cd Wegley, Python 3, setup.py, install -s user. Okay, Python 3, import. Does Wegley work? Because if Wegley doesn't, okay, that's actually not maybe my fault then. Oh, here's the real question. Is Firefox gonna work? I would be shocked. I would be shocked. Okay, it did not. What? It did work. Firefox worked. Okay. I want to see if, oops. See if Wegley works. Really? GitHub, you're awesome. Thank you for popping out some. That is the worst. If you mouse past it too long. Oh. Yeah, so as I said, I think Carl is the same. Yeah, tree sitter. It's the same one. Oh, that's right. That's right. This is a 1.6.0 Rust. Okay, so I think I can Rust up switch version. Rust up install stable maybe? No, like there's a way to get a specific version. Let's see if chat can. Yeah, exactly, Valgrind. You don't have to start it from the command line at any point. Oh, and then fun fact, related is the is that gonna work? Oh, that works too. Related is the anytime you get like you've changed your theme or there's an update and you restart with that now uses the new restart too. So it will by default now, if it's doing a thing that it thinks it needs to restart, it will do it. It will do it itself. Oh, rust up. Okay. Rust up. Install 1.60 instead of 1.61. So that installs it. Do I have to switch to it now? Oh. I mean, that's it. Maybe. We gotta wait for it to like update itself again, but okay. And then we will cd dev Wegley and we will Python 3 set up to maybe cargo clean. And now if we do okay, so Rust C version 164. That is okay, so hold on. Rust up switch 1.60. No, that installed it, but how do I switch to the version? Rust up switch version. I don't want to just switch nightly. I want to switch to a specific version. Let's see, has chat figured it out? Not yet. Okay, Rust up install. Yeah, I've installed it. Oh, default. I bet I could do that. Rust up default 1.60. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Sweet. Now Python 3 setup install -- user. I still don't really know Rust. Like, I'm starting to play with it a little bit, but I mean, this is not crazy, right? The fact that you actually have the ability to download multiple tool chains, switch between them like that, it's significantly better than the state of like Python, for example. So I definitely, there's things I appreciate about it. All right, we're coming up on time, unfortunately, pretty soon, because like I said, I've got an early dinner we're heading to here, but I want to at least get this working, and I think we're there. So, hey, all right, now let's see if our plugin works. So, if we sure, let's open a bash, and I'll click instead of clicking and dragging. And let's find a function that we care about. The binary test function. I mean, it gets called. Interesting. Wait, which bash is this? Oh, it's not the one from, this is actually a built one, because it's, yeah. All right, there's a binary test, and it's called twice. So I should be able to Wegley query. That's hilarious. So it's only a Mac OS bug. There's a bug on this UI dialog that's not a problem on Linux. That's hilarious. All right, and I can say query for binary test, 4 arguments. Actually, I don't know if I need all 4. This is a good test. So actually, I don't need, okay, this is another thing. Let's try that. Do the query. Okay, wow, it was really fast, actually. It was super fast. Yeah, and so you'll notice it ran our query, and clearly we don't need to give it the number of arguments, and it found 2. Now that's like a pretty silly instance, right? I could literally just look at the cross references to see that, so it didn't tell me I didn't know right there. Might come to fisticuffs there in the chat. I enjoy Python. I didn't say anything bad about Python. I just like the Rust ecosystem better. Side by side is, I mean, yeah, even like the mess of like pip is Python is fine. Pip is a mess. Like you still can't pip search because that DOS from like 3 years ago. Why is that still a thing? Anyway, there we go. This is cool. So this is our plugin. And the next thing to add is I'm going to put those comments at the end of every line, but then I'm going to have to do like a janky thing where I like strip them out. And this is worth noticing. If you're doing any kind of like Binjo plugin where you want to like display some output, this is actually now a kind of decent example of, you can like this, the colors here are like theme aware. So actually I haven't tried this yet, but theoretically, if I switch to something obvious like Photophore, do I need to even switch live? No, like that just works. Yeah. You notice that it just matches. And if I did something where like red wasn't even red, which I don't know if we have one like that, the red that's being used there will be a slightly different shade of red, basically, depending on whatever your theme is. And actually, I might even change it to not be just theme red, but like whatever the theme user said should be the highlight color for a thing, like the function name may be color, so we could change that really easily. But I think that's kind of a useful. And Wegly remembers its last query, which is another thing I added. Oh yeah, that's definitely a different shade of red there. So you can see it'll match the theme there. So anyways, you can check out the changes I made. Like I said, right now they're living on just my fork of it. If you want to play with Wegly and do some queries. But the way that I started to mention earlier, I didn't finish it. The way that it works is essentially it parses your query and then figures out which functions it needs to actually decompile. So if you say, if you look for something, like you run a query around the call to binary test, it'll actually first ask for cross-references to binary test, find all the functions where those are called, and then run the query on those to see if they match your syntax. So that's part of the reason why it's so fast, is it doesn't have to decompile the entire binary. It's actually kind of intelligent about how it does that, which is pretty interesting. Although I haven't tried it for like really complex things, but it's cool that like Wegly has the ability to say, given this query, these are the call to functions that I would care about, and then you can go off and just decompile those, and it does that kind of automatically. Oh, address is in the bottom right. Yeah. So actually, addresses got moved. It's not in the bottom right anymore. Now it's here. It's an option. It's in the hamburger menu. I think it's also under view, or is it not under view anymore? No, it's just it's under the options here. So options for this particular thing live under that. Call it the hamburger, but the 3 horizontal things. So show addresses, turn on or off. Right there. Yes. So, and the reason there's no syntax highlighting is because I literally, in fact, the only reason there's even this highlighting is because of some shenanigans where Wegly, like I said, doesn't have an API output. It just gives you like text output with ANSI colors. So that's why I had that ANSI to HTML thing that I installed earlier, because I have to run it through an HTML converter. And getting that working was actually kind of a headache because I have to throw in a bunch of, you'll actually see most of the lines of code that I did in my commit are literally just adding the like HTML and getting the CSS right and the colors for that ANSI conversion stuff. It was a little bit of it's probably more time on that spent than everything else combined. And like you could likewise pump it through like something else that does syntax highlighting to get it too. But I don't know, I kind of like that the whole point of this is like just highlight the thing that I care about. And then ultimately the idea is that you want to be able to like click it and have it take you back to the decompilation, like actually have it take you to here or wherever the reference to that binary. Yeah, actually that one's not a great one. Even in the cross references here. 5BB. Oh, I should be able to do it by the highlights too in high level IL. It's actually a better match. So some of the line, yeah, this is the problem with decompilation is that you don't have a strict one-to-one mapping between the addresses. And yeah, so you notice the Wegly links here, these addresses it uses are literally just the start address of the function that had the match of the query that you wrote. So it doesn't even try to do any kind of granular matching because there is no way, the way that Wegly is currently. But again, Wegly is designed to work on a source code base, right? Where you wouldn't necessarily have that anyways. So trying to wire it up to Binary Ninja where you can do it on decompilation is different. So, and how do you pronounce your name, by the way? Votagi? The idea behind Wegly is normally you would run it on a source code base. So you would, and actually let's pull up the original repo from Project Zero and Felix. So the original idea is that you would run it with like some query to describe a potential vulnerability, like is a memcopy called, and the destination is a stack buffer. That was one of the examples here. If you look at their example list, they have a whole bunch of examples. So it's mostly for vulnerability research, but you could just use it to just search to describe some code and then search it in a code base that's on source. And so the idea here is that we're updating this this Binary Ninja plugin that was a little clunky and actually was broken because of some API changes in Wegley. No, sorry, I take that back. It wasn't broken. It was the syntax I was using was wrong. Although the one break with Rust is a real bug. So you could do the query on the command line without this, but you have to do the break. Although actually the plugin now, you'll notice if I try to do this, it'll still work, and it's going to tell me in the log, like, by the way, I just threw braces and semicolons on it. So, so if you want to know how to get the calling convention so from an API perspective, or just from like a UI, like if you edit function properties, you can see the calling convention here. And if it's the default of the platform that you're on, it doesn't show you, doesn't show you that. But if it's like an auto detected one, it'll show up there. And I want to see current function.calling convention. There's the API, I guess. Yeah, I just guessed on that. Wasn't sure. Yeah, exactly. So just searching for code patterns, like to describe a pattern or a relationship of a call or several calls or arguments and how they're kind of related. Cool. All right. Yeah. So again, I apologize for a shorter stream and especially for being so off with the setup, but every time I switch locations, it gets a little bit harder. So I'm going to mouse for today. Thanks everybody who joined me. Take a look at the Wegley plugin. You can install it, and also soon, maybe as soon as this weekend, it'll be available in the plugin manager in Binary Ninja, and we'll automatically install the dependencies for you, which is pretty nice. So although you would have to I think you have to install the Rust toolchain yourself, but then everything else it will actually do for you, which is cool. So that'll be coming soon. And then you can play with it and check out the examples. I'm also going to be releasing the semgrep plugin, which is also very similar, because I think there's a lot of nice things when you can search binaries like you would search like a source code base. So cool. Oh, yeah. So what you're asking for, like, show it at the top? Oh, you mean even if it's default? I mean, it does show it to you if it's not the standard platform. Follow up on Slack, Fox, or Discord or something, and let me know more what you're talking about. One thing that people have requested is, like, if you're in linear view, if I scroll like past a function, that this bar should stay stuck up there. That's definitely something we've talked about and want to kind of do. So even if I'm in the middle of that function, like here, you would know, oh, it's actually, execute select command, right? You want to be able to see that prototype kind of stuck at the top of the screen. So that is something we know that we want to do. But cool. All right, everybody. Thanks again for hanging out. We'll catch you in a couple weeks. See ya.